And I think the biggest catalyst behind that win was the energy with which the bench played with. Lyles scored 24 points, which was a game high. But at the same time, it's going after loose balls, running up the floor. He's hustling 100%. Rashawn Holmes coming in with energy. Davion Mitchell doing what he does with his effort on the defensive end and basically kind of being the head of the snake when he's in there, as Mike Brown likes to say. That provides an energy too. But beneath it all, the real difference, the big eruption here was Malik Monk. And he is the lone guy on the bench who has the ability to single-handedly uplift the whole unit. Because, and I think we've said this before kind of in reference to Metu, like when Metu does well, it's usually because he's just one of the boats on the water and the water's rising because of Malik Monk or something. And we've seen over the last couple of weeks, like Trey Lyles has played really well. But while he helps and he's, ridiculously productive on both ends of the floor, he doesn't have that same effect that Monk does in helping the whole bench. Davion Mitchell, he's, in terms of what he does on defense, he's probably one of the most consistent players on the team, just looking at that at the end of the floor. But still, that doesn't necessarily always drive up the whole bench unit. And the backup five is usually reliant on whether or not the whole bench unit is kind of rolling. And Malik Monk, as he did on Monday night against the Grizzlies, he went off. He was fantastic, almost had a triple-double off the bench and was hitting shots, was continuing to facilitate, but like at an added level. He was on the boards like nobody's business. And just you see how much that puts them over the top. Can he sustain this? Can he keep this going?
He's the definition of a streaky player, right? Like if he's going to be making his shots, he's going to be doing that on a consistent basis. And we saw that earlier on the season. And this is like his first really big slump. And that's just how it is with streaky players. And so now that we see he had a good game on Monday night, 13, 9, and 8 off the bench, I think that it can give you a lot of promise because it's like, all right, this is a streaky guy. So if he has a good game, he's maybe feeling it again, right? And I think a good thing, we saw him hit, I think, how many threes did he hit on Monday? Do you remember? Did he hit 2?
Was he like 2 of 4? Maybe 2 of 5?
And I think that's huge. I think he's feeling that shot again. But I'm not saying he's going to play like this the rest of the year because he's a streaky guy. So maybe he'll play well until February or so and then go in a slump in March. And it's just kind of the nature of those kind of guys, unfortunately. But for the immediate future, we can maybe see Monk kind of get back to the swing of things. But there's probably going to be another slump in this season, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's fair to say. I just know that we talk about like who are the top 5 players on this team. I feel like the top 4 are pretty set in stone. And they're all in the starting lineup. And then it's kind of like between the rookie and Monk for 5th, maybe. But it almost feels like lately because Monk's really played himself out of that conversation. But when he is your 5th best player, like, man. But I don't even know if we've really seen this team fire on all cylinders really yet. That's all.
Everyone just got it going.
And and just the importance of Monk just kind of tying into that. We'll have to see what he does going forward because he is so important.
Mm-hmm.